This video is part one of a two-part series teaching you the basics of the internet and the World Wide Web, and is brought to you by the Kaukauna Public Library. This video will cover what you can do with the internet, what it is, how it works, and how you can get it for yourself. The information contained in this video applies to all devices that access the internet, including smartphones, tablets, laptops, and more. The internet is the backbone of our highly connected society, and it is useful to understand, even at a basic level. Before we get into specifics, it is important to understand what the internet and web is and why you might want to use it. The internet is slowly becoming a necessity to perform many actions that used to be performed in person. For example, applying for jobs is almost entirely done online these days. Some smaller companies might allow physical resumes to be submitted, but increasingly companies are expecting prospective employees to know how to create a digital resume and send it to them using the internet. More recently, some students are required to have the internet to learn from their own homes due to COVID-19. There are a multitude of other reasons to use the internet, including paying your bills without having to go down to the bank, receiving breaking news without waiting for the news to come onto the TV, using social media to keep in touch with friends and family, shopping at more stores in a day than you could possibly travel to in person, and teaching yourself new things. The internet can even connect to your home to do things like control your thermostat, turn the lights on and off, and play music with only a simple voice command. Now that we have an idea of what we can use the internet for, it's important to understand how it works on a basic level so we can stay safe when using it. I like to think of the internet as a massive library where you can find almost anything you can think of inside. There are books in libraries that contain information on certain subjects. These are known as websites on the internet, and just like pages in a book, websites have their own pages called web pages. Many web pages together make up a website, and many websites together make up what's known as the World Wide Web. The internet is what makes the World Wide Web possible. It is basically infrastructure that allows information to travel long distances between devices. When you visit a website, like YouTube, your computer issues a request to a YouTube-owned computer, called a server, located very far away for permission to watch the video. The server acknowledges the request and sends the information over various cables to your computer. This is the case for the vast majority of websites that you visit on the web. To start using the internet in your home, you have to contact an Internet Service Provider, or ISP for short. These companies will run a cable that will carry the internet into your house if you don't have one already installed. If the person who lived in your house before you had internet, there's a chance that you can use the already installed cables to get internet almost immediately. Common ISPs are Spectrum and AT&T, though there are many more, including resources such as Everyone On that help provide low-cost internet. I will provide a list of resources with their phone numbers in the description of this video. Once you have a line running to your house, you need to plug it into a modem, usually via a coaxial cable, which looks like this. A modem takes the information you request from various servers and makes sense of it. ISPs commonly rent modems for a monthly fee, though you can buy your own. But do keep in mind that your modem must be compatible with your ISP. Your ISP will give you a list of compatible modems if you ask them to. You can then plug the modem into a router, which is a device that broadcasts the internet wirelessly through the air, also known as Wi-Fi. If you only have a smart TV, desktop, or laptop, you may not need a router to broadcast Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is useful to connect devices that don't directly plug into the modem to the internet. These things include tablets, phones, and some smart TVs, and many more devices. To recap the process, first, call an internet service provider to determine if they need to run a cable to your house to start internet service. 2. Rent a modem from the ISP or buy one yourself. 3, which is optional, buy a router to enable Wi-Fi in your house. This will enable things like tablets and phones to connect to the internet. 4. Connect the modem to your wall and your router to your modem. Now, it's outside the scope of this video to describe exactly which cables to connect to which parts of the modem and router, but know that the devices do come with easy to follow instructions so you can do it yourself. If you have any questions about this video or anything related to technology in general, please don't hesitate to call the Kaukauna Public Library at 920-766-6340 extension 6 to set up a one-on-one appointment. At the time of uploading this video, our in-person one-on-one sessions are unavailable. However, you can still receive help either over the phone or via a Zoom call. Thank you for watching.